Hey everybody, it's You Woke Up XJW. Happy April. Hey, I know you've missed me. Oh, I've gotten messages. I know you've missed me. I have went through, let me take off my shiny glasses. I have been going through a lot, okay? I went through going through separation um 6 months ago. Just stuff, okay? I moved. I'm in college again. So, um, anyways, that's encouraging. And then I was supposed to have surgery, but I went the alternative route of health. I have somebody very close to me who encouraged me to be taking turmeric for my knees. And I didn't want the surgery. I mean, I'm like, I don't want the damn surgery. So I've been taking that, and my inflammation is like almost gone. And but I don't have enough of the cartilage enough to be able to be at a full-time job. So I went back enrolled in college 3 months ago. So I've had a lot of things going on. And as an ex as a former Jehovah's Witness, like I know some of you have been on my channel and you're probably going, Rosie, what happened to you? Yeah, that's my name. Okay. So yeah, so that's what I've been through. And what's interesting is I've changed some things in my life, and these things that I've changed, it does take time to adjust, and some of it's immediate. It's a happy thing. It's great. I follow a lot of you. There's quite a few of you I follow. So of the XJWs, and you're very encouraging. And so anyways, I will be back. I'm trying to get in live. They say I have 23 hours before I can become live. And the first thing I should really say is I'm at 292 followers, and you're amazing. Okay, because that really touched my heart. And I was like, I know I've only been doing this for a year, almost a year. Well, not even a year, maybe 8 months. But with all the stuff I've had going on, it's challenging. And now we've got to the JW stuff. Okay, let's go that. Governing body member leaves, or it's taken out, taken out, who knows? No longer a governing body member. We have got October 31st is XJWs protesting, or kind of like wanting changes within the United States. They're going to the Capitol October 31st. So I want to promote that and encourage anybody who can go. If you can go, I think that would be great. And the third thing is I have never gotten together with anybody who's an XJW and had like a meet and greet, go have coffee. Anyways, I am in the LA area, kind of out in the LA area, not in the city, but out. And so I moved away from where they had the huge snowstorms up in the mountains before they came. So I'm glad about that. But anyway, so we've got back to, sorry about my ranting and raving. I'm just excited to be here, and I have a better phone. So my other phone, when I would record, would shut off in the middle of everything. And my connection was horrible. So I'm just like, what the heck? Anyways, I'm here. I want to do more videos. Plus, because I can't work full time, I started a sewing business. So I am going to make things for people. And I got my first big client. And so I'm excited about that. Plus going to school every morning, Monday through Friday, and cramming on all this information into my head. But I just keep busy, Got to do things, keep busy. And I'm not a witness, so, it's like, yay. No, it's not easy to get to that place. When you leave the indoctrination of the org, I like to say the org because it sounds creepy. The org. You need space, make a few friends, lifestyle changes. There's been quite a few who have opened up about who knew they were gay and they brought that out. I mean, I've seen so many videos of so many of us who have changed our lifestyle for the better, for our happiness, for our internal well-being, mental well-being, our hearts, because the indoctrination is so stifling and it's kind of like, putting cotton in your ears, in your mouth, in your nose. It just stifles you. And it's hard. It's hard because you're only allowed to be one way, and that is perfect. And as Jehovah's Witnesses, that's what expected of you, and it's hard. And then you expect it out of your kids, and then you expect it out of your spouse, and then you expect it out of anybody else in your family who's a witness. You're just like, well, they need to be perfect, and if they say this or say that, out of being just a normal person, oh, look what they did, oh, maybe I should tell an elder. There is so much of that the tattletelling, the walking perfect in a straight line 24/7 is hard. Freaking hard. And I don't care what anybody says. There is no way on this planet anybody can be that way. It just ain't happening. Anyways, so I just needed to talk. I miss everybody. I just miss everybody. And I had stories for you, and I have, things happening in my life, and I just want you to know, I think about my followers all the time. And I know you follow other people too, I follow ones on TikTok, I follow some on Facebook, and Facebook groups, like, you're just listening to everybody. The one thing I don't like is the debating. I don't like the debating. Man, I will be out of that group quicker than anything. So I don't want to debate, And the other thing that's happened to me, okay, so wait, let's go back. So we had a governing body member who left. A lot of speculation about that. The October 31st march up at Washington, D.C., about the shunning. And I want to know more about it. I really want to know more about that march. So if I can go, I'm going to go. If there's a way, I'm going to go. It would be really cool if, like, a few of us went in a van and we carpooled and we went up there, because October's not bad weather yet. So it would just be really nice to, like, do that in safety, where we feel safe. That's why I wanted to get to know a few people. And I had hoped that I would meet a few, or someone reach out to me and say, hey, I'm in this area. I'd like to reach out with 5 or 6 more people and we all get together, and it doesn't have to be expensive. I don't have a huge budget right now, but I want to start going live on my channel. And so I can visit with people and talk, and other people can jump in. But, knowing that we've had some very interesting stuff going on lately about the org, that it is just, some of it's good and some of it's not, but a lot of it is leaning in a way that's kind of crushing the organization, because people are finding out, I remember years ago when I first came into the org, I thought, wow, this is cool. They talked really bad about tele-evangelizers, Jim and Tammy Baker, Oral Roberts, I'm dating myself, right? Okay, so, and I was just a kid back then. And, the organization you'd hear from the platform, we don't do that stuff. We don't, no TV, no getting on and asking people for money. It was all about asking for money. And at first, for years, I thought that was true. And then slowly we started infiltrating the internet and stuff. It started coming in. And then they opened JW Broadcasting. I'm like, what? No way. No way. Okay? No way. And I kept asking myself over and over and over, what we're doing is just like televangelizers. It's the same thing. The only thing they're not doing is saying, please donate, we're going to pray for you, la la la, we're going to do all that spiritual stuff on you. And send us, donate to the cause, of the religion or whatever. That I haven't seen. But sometimes I just can't watch the other channels going over the convention and latest things at Walk Hill and all of that. I can't watch that live stuff. Like, it's too triggering. And not that I pass out or anything. It's so uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable. And you YouTubers, you know who you are. You're amazing. I don't know how you sit through it and then critique it and commentary and share it with all of us. Sitting through it is I just want to puke. I'm sorry. I just want to puke. And I thought I did it for over 32 years. Every convention, every assembly. I don't think I missed hardly any, unless, operation or sickness. Always there. Being the good witness. Go to all your meetings, read your Watchtower. That's the type of witness I was. I was very study my Watchtower, prepare for Thursday night meetings or Wednesday night meeting or Tuesday night meeting, whichever meeting it was. Prepare for service. I had the kids, preparing them. I did Bible study. I did free Bible study. I did all Bible. And the one thing that a lot of people talk about is how Jehovah's Witnesses don't use the Bible. Well, they do. It's just that they've changed quite a bit in their New World Translation. And comparatively, there's things that have been changed. And they're the ones that would go out and say to everybody, and from the platform and at the public talks, comparing how, a lot of the Bibles have taken God's name out of it. It's not accurate, but then they'll quote historical people who had the Bible, who used to be Catholic, who became into a Protestant faith back in like 16th century or 15th. Don't quote me, I don't know all the centuries, okay, but they're there, and we studied them at the Kingdom Hall, how those translations were put out there for people to have a Bible, because many hundreds of years ago, people were not allowed to have a Bible. So, it's not like some of that stuff is not true. It is true, historically. Now, I cannot, in just a little teeny video, explain everything in 2 seconds, okay? There's just too much information historically about so many things. I went to college. I had 2 years of history. I am 58, so my brain doesn't quite remember some things. So I can't remember all of those 2 years of studying. So, all of it, but I loved history. History, I really like it. So documentaries on TV are really, really good. I do kind of steer clear of some religious teachings. I tried to go to some churches, things like that, but I saw kind of some of the same stuff, within the religions. And no way, in no form, would I knock anybody's faith. If you have faith, very good. There's a lot of people who don't go to church anymore or go to religious organizations because of things that were creepy or bad things happened to them. And so, but as an ex-Jehovah's Witness, and the controlling in the org was really stifling for a lot of us. And you don't really realize how bad it was until you get out. And just to let you know, a little bit of my history, if some of you new have come in, is that I have been in, been out, been in, been out, been in, been out, you know, and I've had things happen to me. And some of it is, I went through abuse as a child, seeing abuse within my family. And so there's healing there. And I had thought the organization, when I learned about it, how they don't believe in abusing children and abusing wives. And, you know, there was all this stuff that was just positively how a man had to treat his wife this way and da 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 da. But it really didn't bring in the things that they didn't talk about. Because I came in the 80s. So it was like the late 80s. No, the middle 80s. And so, and then I got disfellowshipped like 3 or 4 years later, and then I came back, you know. So there's that in and out thing that happened to me. But it's just that there's so many complexities to the organization. But I will say this. It is really cool. I'm like, so cool hearing that one of the governing body was like ousted. You know, we're going to find out what happened because it's going to get out. You know, they can't hide that forever. And some of you might say, oh, my aunt was in his congregation and then they found out and then the aunt told it to me and then it came back. Well, we really need a little bit more. You know, us ex-Jehovah's Witnesses who are on YouTube and sharing information, I like to have the facts. So I'm not going to speculate anything. But most of us who were in the org for so long, we know how it goes. Okay. So, yeah, there's something definitely happened. And I know for a fact, because one of my husbands, yes, I've been married a few times, one of my husbands who did pass away was at Bethel in New York in the 70s. He knew Brother Franz. He knew both Brother Franzes. He was in one of their congregations. He knew Fred Franz. So there's, you know, he told me about stuff that was going on in there. Now, one thing he did hide was the drinking. But he said the alcohol flowed really good over there. Really good. So, and when you have young people coming in just out of high school who are pioneers and then they get accepted, like you had to, back in the day, you had to pioneer like so many hours a month, like it could be over 100 hours a month. You know, I don't know what it was in the 70s, okay? But whatever it was, you had to prove to your congregation that I'm going to go out in the field service. That's what they called it, the field service and the door-to-door ministry almost every day, Monday through Saturday. You supported yourself. You had a job. So you worked someplace to support yourself and support your ministry. So you paid for everything. Nobody paid you to go out in the door-to-door ministry. You paid for it all. Your gas, your expenses. And sometimes each other would pitch in, like give each other money for gas. You know, because you'd be out 2-3 hours, maybe 8 hours a day, going door to door or having Bible studies and stuff like that. So you paid for it, you know. So anyways, he did that before he got accepted into Bethel, and he did it for a year. So he went in at 18, you know, and was introduced, and he came from an alcoholic family who were not witnesses. So he was exposed to it as a child, and then he goes into Bethel and let the waters flow. Okay, the waters turned into wine there. They had as much alcohol as they wanted. So he got to drink, you know, and he never stopped. He never stopped. I think he got sober maybe a year, maybe 2 years when we were married. And, you know, I let the brothers know. There was stuff I went through with him and stuff. But the thing is that as an ex-Jehovah's Witness and an apostate, the stuff that I have learned has been eye-opening. Okay, so that's why some of the videos I've posted is to try to encourage you Bible students and ones who are physically in and mentally out, or mentally in and physically out, you know, to keep doing what you're doing. You know, it's okay. You're okay. You're a good person. And I appreciate you, because I got you following me, and I'm sorry I was absent, but I did have some stuff I was going through. You know, we have those peaks in life, and then we get those valleys. And so I've had that. I've had some good times. I celebrated Christmas again, which I loved. And I'm dating somebody who is very sweet and very good to me, and spent Christmas with them. And I'm spoiled rotten, basically. And I appreciate it, because I've never been spoiled like that. But I just love the fact that I can do these things that I've wanted to do, and I gave up for years. So, and the other thing I wanted to talk about was I had like Jehovah's Witnesses on my site commenting and sharing all the articles about disfellowshipping. You know, they're not supposed to be. As a witness, you are not supposed to be on apostate websites. You know, you don't have to post this stuff on my site. I know the literature. I know the magazines. I can search up all that stuff myself. I know what it says. But you know what? It's wrong. Okay? It's wrong. And the shunning and the CSA, and if you're not a witness and you're watching this, that is child abuse. So it happens, you know, and it's not just in the witnesses, it's throughout the world. It happens all over the world. But within a religious organization who claims to be all Christian and all perfect, and that all of their people have to be perfect, they try to hide all of this through their rules and regulations and their books, and books that the other publishers don't see. Only the men in the congregations get to see it, and the uppities up in Wallkill, you know, they get to see these publications and stuff. But now, thanks to the PIMIs, physically and mentally out, you have been helping us. So we can download get some of the books, you know, like the elders books and things like that, so we can read them, you know, and they can be downloaded, you know, and be found. So it's really good that I'm babysitting cats and animals this weekend, or this week. Anyway, so if you hear weird sounds, that's an old cat who's had a stroke. He goes, anyway, so it's interesting, all the stuff that's been happening. It's just been really cool. So anyways, there was a little story about a little bit of everything that's in my head right now, and I'm telling you about it, and this is just great, and I'm just happy as can be to make a video again. I just want to say, hey, I'm back. I feel like I'm at a place where I can at least make a video. I'd like to be able to sit and do it all day long, but I can't. I just can't. I've got to make money. So, but anyways, I have a topic I want to talk about next time, and that is if you have left, or you're kind of in and you want to leave, and talk about those things and try to encourage you to think about different avenues of being in and wanting to leave, and how you could do it. Some of my other videos, you might want to check them out to see how I left. Um, there's quite a few who are just fading, like just up and like disappearing, you know? And I kind of wish I'd done that, really. But the elders like hound you. They hound you. They don't see you at the meetings and stuff. And there was times where I've been in congregations, which is kind of funny, where you could be at a meeting and nobody would even notice you. You're not noticed at all. Nobody talks to you. Nobody comes up and says hi to you. No, and you're reaching out, and crickets, crickets, crickets. Yeah, so, but when you're not there, the spies come out. And pretty soon they're like, it might be 2 months later, I'll be honest, and they'll say, hey, where you been? Da, da. But that's just what happened. But I want to go live. I really do. So anyways, I will be seeing you guys later. So the next video I'm going to get into some topics. So, but let me leave you encouraging words for this video here. I want you to know that you are the best. You can do this. You can get out of the org. You can do it. Okay? You can. It's just, it doesn't happen immediately. It takes some time. But you are worth it. You are worth it, okay? You're a good person. You got good qualities. And I just want you to know, there's times where I don't feel like 100%, None of us can feel 100% every day, like we're just as bubbly as can be. I'm really an introvert, okay? I'm very introverted. But I've been exposed to singing. I've sang since I was 5 years old, and I've been on stage, and I've sang in front of hundreds of people. So this is not hard for me. But then when I'm done, I'm back to my introvert. Yeah, so that's kind of who I am. But anyways, sorry, I'm rolling my eyes. Bad habit. I'm thinking. My eyes are thinking. My brain's thinking with my eyes. So you're worth it. You can do this. And if you're a Bible study, message me. Let's chat. Let's text about it. Let's talk. What are you concerned about? But be prepared. There's things that they're going to control in your life. You are going to be controlled. Okay, so be prepared. This is almost like being back in elementary school again. That's how controlling it is. You do this, you stand in line straight, you do everything just perfect, on and on and on. So, but my encouraging words, yeah, I gave them to you. So you're all the best, and I just want to say thank you. Please share my videos. Please like, and my everything's falling out. Please like and share and save and put hearts and enjoy this long video. So I will be back with a topic for the next time, and you take care of yourselves, okay? Because you're worth it. And I think you're the best.